Hey, what's good? It's your boy Jew, your favorite mindset coach and serial entrepreneur. Today I want to talk about gratitude. It's an ongoing series that I plan to put together because I have a lot to say. There's a lot going on YouTube and the streets, and just before I go any further, just make sure you like and subscribe. Now, do you count your blessings? Now, if you're already doing this, then you already know what it means to be grateful. It can be anything physical or someone in your life, right? Now, I did put physical items in quotes, and I'll explain later. Now, what's the concept of being grateful? Now, this can be difficult for a lot of people. And the reason why is because most people focus on what they don't have instead of focusing on what they already have. Now, I do see this a lot in society, on YouTube, with friends, family, damn near everybody I know. And it's very disheartening, to say the least. Now, I want you to think for a moment. Do you really have to be rich to feel as if you are? And I put feel in quotation marks for a reason, because that's not generally a word that I use in my vocabulary. Now, would having $1 million really make you happy? Let's be honest, no. It can add to your happiness. Yeah, it can enhance your happiness, but it doesn't make you happy, right? You don't need physical things or physical wealth to be wealthy, right? And yes, there is a typo there. Oh well, moving on. Now, what is wealth exactly, right? Now, in the public eye, wealth is the possession of assets minus liabilities. It's tangible. The more you have, the wealthier you are. Now, when we're talking about it from a philosophy standpoint, we're talking more about personal growth, deeper relationships, creating more meaning in life, right? Having the ability to enjoy the simple things in life. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with money or physical wealth or anything like that. Obviously, it does have a place when it comes to paying bills, putting your kids through school. It does solve problems, charity work. Money definitely has its place, and there's an abundance of money. However, we're talking about gratitude or happiness. Those are things that money cannot buy. Now, obviously, money is something that is needed to purchase goods and services. However, money can also enhance the issues that you already have inside you, right? If you're an alcoholic or you're on drugs, whatever issues that you might already have, like a gambling addiction, however you want to put it. Now, let me tell you a little story, and I call it the Broke Millionaire. Now, I was once homeless. I've been homeless many times. My marriage didn't work out. We were separated, and I ended up on the street. I ended up in a program. It was like a homeless shelter for men, right? And this was around, I want to say, April of 2014. And it was very, very interesting place. And I'm not going to go on to details about the place. However, there was this guy there. He was a good friend of mine. And he used to always go to the corner store and buy these scratch-offs for like $20, right? And one day he had actually won like $1.7 million from this $20 scratch off. It was crazy. It was unbelievable. Now, after taxes and everything, of course, he ended up with like a little over $1 million. So he bought the house. He bought a house that was like right next door to the facility. And he was just buying all of this stuff, like cars. He was buying like new BMWs and Mercedes Benzes, and he would drive them for like 2 weeks and be like, you know what? I don't like it. I'm gonna take it back. And every time he would take it back, he would lose money, like thousands of dollars, because obviously the depreciation, right? And I mean, he would like hire other men in the facility to come over to his house and do little small odd jobs, and he would buy them like iPhones and all types of crazy stuff, give them like $200 just to sweep and silly stuff like that. And I was working for a company through a temp agency at the time when I was in the program, and sometimes he would offer to give me a ride to work because he was a pretty cool dude, whatever. He would give me rides to work, and he would say things like, oh, if you believe in this and that, you can have anything you want, motivational type stuff, and I was just kind of, like, whatever. And so over the course of like 6 months, he was spending so much money, and he had this gambling addiction and alcohol addiction, right? He was always getting messed up. He was always drunk. He was getting prostitutes and bringing them to his house. And within 6 months, he was selling his cars. Within 9 months, he sold the house and ended up back in the program. Now, why did that happen? The reason why that happened is just like many other people that win lotteries, is that when you give them that much money, they don't know how to handle that much money. Why? Because they don't have the right mindset. They didn't earn that money. They didn't build the wealth themselves. It's not like they were checking profit and loss statements every month and investing and actually building it from the ground up. So they don't really know what to do except for spend it. And he ended up back in the program, and it was very sad, because you had people in the program that he bought iPhones for and all this laptops and stuff for, and they were like flashing it in his face, laughing and cracking jokes and stuff. It was crazy. Now, I want to give some examples of gratitude. You can get into an accident and have a life-saving surgery and just be grateful to be alive, despite the fact that you have months of rehab coming up, to look forward to. You still be grateful that you're alive, no matter, what happens afterwards. For me personally, I'm very grateful just to be able to walk, to bike, to work out, my family, my daughters. I'm very grateful for every moment I get to spend with my daughters. It's nothing like it. I mean, we really take the small things for granted. I mean, if you're watching this video right now on YouTube, I guarantee you have some type of electricity or a smartphone or a laptop, lights, all of those little things that you should be grateful for right now at this moment. Just something to think about. Now, I want to talk about how to be grateful. I want you to look further than just physical items, cars and gadgets and all of that stuff. I want you to just look past that and just think about what you can be grateful for. I want you to understand what you have went through in life to get where you are today. All of your struggles, your fears, your successes, and your failures. Because when the day is done, it's not about the end goal, it's about the journey. Now, the type of person that I am, I like to give you applicable information, something that you can apply right now, right? So what I want you to do, get a notepad or use your smartphone or your notes on your laptop or what have you. And I want you to create a list of everything that you are grateful for. And what I want you to do with this list is I want you to read it every single day, at least once. And you can also update the list as you see fit. Now, what I want you to also do is to add a secret item in that list. That secret item that I want you to put in that list is something to be grateful for that hasn't happened yet. And honestly, I'm not going to tell you why in this video. Just do it, and I'll explain it later in upcoming videos. Now, I want to touch on happiness really quick. See, happiness is not something that is earned or achieved by getting what you want. It doesn't work that way, right? You have to be happy first, and happiness is achieved through acceptance and gratitude. Now, I can go down a deep rabbit hole of acceptance and gratitude, which I am in future videos. This is only part 1. Now, what are you grateful for? I want you to leave a comment below. Let me know just one thing that you're grateful for right now. Leave it in the comment section. Make sure you like and subscribe so when I release my future updates and part 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 of gratitude, and then we're going to talk about acceptance and other things on this channel. And that's it. Peace.